What's good? How you doing? It's your girl D back with another video. This is one that has been requested, and I have been a little busy. I do apologize sincerely on the delay in bringing you this, but it is time for another What's on My Phone video. So we are looking at what is on my Note 9. I will try to not talk a whole terrible bunch for you. So let's get started. First up, don't come from my background. We know we love Sailor Moon out here, okay? We really do. Anyhow, I utilize Nova Launcher, and I have Nova Prime. I bought it many years ago when Google was having some kind of 25-cent anniversary sale, and once you purchase something, you're good to have it for forever. So I actually use Nova Launcher instead of the stock TouchWiz. But one of the reasons why I love using Nova Launcher is because I can go ahead and customize my settings and layout and carry over everything to be exactly how I want. In addition to that, I have infinite scrolling when it comes to my home screens, as well as infinite scrolling when it comes to the app drawer. So we're just going to go ahead and take a look. There's going to be a lot of similarities between other What's on My Phone videos that I've done. So some of these things you may be familiar with. Some of them are new things that I discovered with research for other Galaxy Note 9 videos. So without further ado, here we go. First up, this is my main screen here. I typically keep the same items, such as I've got my picture folder here. In there's both the gallery as well as Google Photos, a direct link to Google, whatever it is that they call it now. I don't know what we call it. Google Now, maybe. I got a direct link to settings. Recently, I've been trying to figure something out, so that's why I just went straight to the search screen, but a direct link to settings. And then I have this wonderful configuration folder that I've carried over from device to device. So a direct link to app settings if I want to go ahead and uninstall something, clear cache, freeze something, whatever. Also, there's a direct link to battery usage. This app, Better Battery Stats, I actually probably need to uninstall this because of the fact that it's no good if you don't have root. And then a direct link to Google Drive, and then a direct link to Nova Launcher's settings. So there's that. And then apparently another folder settings shortcut right there. I've got voicemail, camera, email. I utilize Gmail as well as the regular email stock. On other phones, I've had Outlook because of college email, maybe. And then I think whatever the work email is, but the work email can come about from the web browser, so I don't have to install anything extra. Shortcut to Play Store. Life 360. I'm not going to open that up because y'all don't need to know where the fuck it is that I live. But Life 360 is a GPS location app for tracking family members or anyone who's part of a particular group. That is something new for this particular phone. And so my best friend down in mid-Missouri, she's the one who introduced this app to me. And so she and I can see our locations at any given time, as well as our kids' locations. So I can see where her daughter is. She can see where my son is if his phone was in service, but it's not because he's in trouble. Anyway, so there's that. I also have an app here. It is a screen filter, so I can go ahead and darken the screen if someone's going to be peeping over my shoulder. If I'm in a meeting and I don't want people to realize that I'm on my phone, just go ahead and darken the screen that way. There's a widget for that. And then a new one that I have, Game Launcher. Normally I would have just two different filter widgets right there, but we're going to use Game Launcher, and I actually have a few more games this time around, and I really enjoy my games of choice. Some that I've carried over from different devices have been Candy Crush Soda and Clumsy Ninja, Mario Run, and Subway Surf. Games that are new Oh, also Pokemon Go, which, like, have to represent for that. Games that are newer, there's Words in Bloom, Candy Crush Friends, Bejeweled, both Stars and Blitz, Angry Birds 2, and then a Picto Word. Moving onward, I have my Plume, which is the app that I use for my recreational Twitter. So I use that for the personal Twitter, and it has a scrollable widget and all that good stuff. I have a photography folder. So for when I need to do some editing here on the phone, Facetune, I bought that, ages ago. InShot is how I will go ahead and edit something for an Instagram, edit a picture to make it the right proportion or things of that nature. PhotoGrid, obviously making collages. Textgram, when making little... Well, I actually have two apps for making quotes. Textgram is what I used in the past. The one that I use for making quotes for Instagram posts right now is this Quotes Creator. And then I use this little background here, since my website colors are kind of pinkish and oranges. Then we have Shattering Effect, background eraser, watermark, the ePhoto 3, and then a Walloid. Those are all fairly new apps, depending upon whatever I'm trying to do with those, depending on what picture I'm trying to edit or something like that. And the Video Shot is the video editor that I utilize mostly. Google Home, because I have a Google Chromecast. And that's self-explanatory. Shazam widget, and then Google Play Music. By the way, my dock at the bottom will never change. I know that Nova Prime has the ability to have oh my gosh, that is a really inappropriate tweet. So we're going to refresh that. I follow some outlandish people on my recreational Twitter. Anyways, so my dock at the bottom is not a floating dock or anything like that as well. I know Nova has the ability to have a scrolling dock, but I will always keep the same 5 apps at the very bottom. Phone, contacts, text messages, Google Chrome, and then a link to the app drawer. Here, a new widget that I'm using. The Optimize widget for storage and memory. Self-explanatory, but go ahead and clearing out some memory and things of that nature. There's that. Yay. I only have 26 gigabytes free on this phone. I guess that sounds right. At least 27.1. Sounds about right. Considering I've got a lot of HD and full-length screen recordings and videos on here. And then a daily Bible verse. So there's that. Next up, calendar. Take your medicine so that you don't die and all that good stuff, because I'm terrible about that. And then I also have a shared calendar with my best friend. So I know when it is that she has her daughter, and then other things that I have, like I'm really bad about things as of late, so I need to set these daily, weekly, and monthly reminders. But that's what a calendar is for. Next up, I haven't been wearing my Gear Fit because it is dying, unfortunately. And I bought myself a new Galaxy Watch for Christmas, so that'll be coming here soon, and I'll do a review on that. But there's a widget to see how many steps I've taken, a link to the weather, since the Google Now widget had updated a month or so ago, and then a direct link to Google Play Music. We've been rocking our Christmas music lately. And then this little accessory right here. So we've got the Google Now widget, which depends upon what's going on, will bring up whatever it is that you've got. So if I tap on the weather part, it'll bring up the weather. If I tap on the date part, it'll bring up the calendar. Missing from here is my bank account folder, because y'all don't need to know where the fuck it is that I bank. Otherwise, I'm going to have to find y'all. But I've got a shortcut to YouTube, shortcut to Drive, shortcut to Bible, shortcut to Sephora, shortcut to Maps. I have a games folder, Yeet. I have a Samsung folder, so there's the Galaxy Wearable link, Samsung Health, Samsung Pay, the themes, and then Shop Samsung. I have a utilities folder, so Capital One, Credit Karma, Geico for insurance, My Payments Plus. That's what I use to manage my son's lunch money account. Tyler's Siskase, what I use to view his grades and assignments. PayPal, explanatory. eBay, explanatory. Square is what we use to collect payments at karate. I personally collect payments with PayPal, so there's that. Food, because I like food. If I am getting a courier service, DoorDash or Uber Eats, what's missing from here is Postmates. I actually physically live outside of the delivery realm for Postmates. But at my previous job, because I did a career change back in June, at previous job, I was within the delivery realm. But DoorDash and Uber Eats will deliver to my house. Other than that, Pizza Hut, Quick Trip, Domino's, Chipotle. Apparently, I've got Quick Trip in here twice. That's fine. And then Papa John's. Social networking. So we've got Google Plus, Twitter, Facebook pages, repost for Instagram, Facebook Messenger. Then we've got a couple of the dating apps, Bumble and OkCupid. I've been thinking about bringing the adventures of online dating back, but I've been really busy, so I haven't had a chance to necessarily look into or talk to anybody else as of yet, but there's that. And then YouTube Studio, which is what all YouTube creators should have available on their phone. Then I have a widget for horoscope, because we team Cancer over here. Yeet. And let's look at our horoscope for today. Oh, no. Ooh. Okay, all right. That's deep. Shortcut to calculator, shortcut to clock, Wikipedia, because you never know when you need to search for something, and then a shortcut to my files to look at everything it is that I've downloaded, or storage and things of that nature. So that's pretty much it. In the app drawer, there's a couple other things that I have that aren't necessarily on shortcut. So let's see, Google Arts and Culture. That was fun, and where you can take a picture of yourself and compare it to a major work of art that's out there. Audible is for Amazon. I don't utilize that. I have 2 screen recorders on here. There's AZ Screen Recorder, which I've used historically, but I've come to discover that when I do a very long period of time of screen recording, the audio is behind. So that's why I'm using this Mobazin one. And then there's Better Me and the Button Legs app, because, we may think about trying to lose weight or whatever. I don't know. Chore Monster is for keeping a reward point system for my son and things of that nature. Let's see, Cosplanner. That is where I keep track when I am making cosplays. CPU Spy looks into the different bandwidths that your phone's operating at, what level of megahertz, how long it is that you've been going in deep sleep, and all of that good stuff, how long your phone's been awake. Then there's, what else we've got? Discord is used only for Pokemon gatherings and things of that nature. Oh, here's another one that you guys would really like, Edge Lighting. So check it. Edge Lighting, you can actually customize your effect and what it is or how it is that you want your edge to behave. I use the glitter one, which is kind of a rainbow. There's the basic one. There's this multicolor one. There's a glow, and then you can change the color of each one and everything too. It's really freaking neat. You can customize that, and anytime you get a notification, that's how your edge will light up. What else? Oh, Five Guys. Five Guys is there. I have this font app because I'm very particular. I want to make sure that I have like a Helvetica font. What else is on here? Hush Beauty, that's makeup. I don't really utilize Samsung's browser a lot as much as I do Google Chrome. I have a Brother printer, so there's the Brother iPrint and Scan, all of that. Joanne, because we stay at the fucking craft store. And I'll make a whole separate video as to why here shortly. Keep Notes. I had to download that because I would ask for Google to add things to my grocery list. And then finally I had so many things. She was like, listen, I can't keep track of all of this. You need to download this app if you want to. Facebook Lite, sometimes when I do not have good reception, that will work regardless of whatever kind of network coverage it is that you have. Mothership is the parent app for the Chore Monster, My Piano, when my son needs to tune his violin. I help him by playing the respective notes that he needs to keep track of. Next, SMS. I only have this app if in the event that I need to change a notification sound. That's it. And because by default, like, some things will come over with Smart Switch, but I like to be able to customize my text message sounds and my app sounds and things of that nature. So I will just go ahead and download Next SMS and then use that sound picker to choose, and that's it. I don't use it. It's a text messaging program, but I only use it for notifications. Let's see. This app here, it is, oh gosh, what is it called? Thank you, Guardian. I had to think of what the hell it was called. That is a great way to control your kid's phone. So you can download the app on their phone, like the kid version, and then you can download the parent app on your phone, and then you can remotely restart their phone. You can get a daily message or an instantaneous message of any text messages or phone calls going out, things of that nature. You can set a parental timer on there, parental control timer, so that way they can't use it unless it's an absolute emergency, and then the emergency notification only goes to you. It is so clutch, let me tell you. There's PayPal here for taking credit card payments for my small business. Pinup is a default app for, what is this? Samsung, whatever. Play Memories, that is an app from Sony for how I transfer pictures from my actual camera, which is a Sony Alpha 5100, how I transfer pictures from the camera over here to the phone. Reminder is exactly that, helping to set some notifications and reminders. Google Rewards, a quick way to take silly surveys or simple surveys and get Google Play credit for it. Ruler, because apparently there's not a ruler app on this phone. And what I like to do is, with my business as of late, I've needed to like take measurements of other people's hats and heads and things like that. So I will go ahead and bring up the ruler app to take an approximation of whatever it is, take screenshots and things of that nature. So that's why that's there. All the Samsung stuff is self-explanatory. Secure folder. I do have an actual link for my secure folder because ain't nobody else gonna have my phone, but also don't nobody else need to be peeping over my shoulder with what it is that I got in there. Just saying. Sensors test. This is one that Miguelina told me about from Tech Valor. So just making sure that you are checking out every single aspect of your phone, especially while it's brand new, and just all the different functions that it can go ahead and do, or at least the different sensors that it has, like, the heart rate counter, the step counter, your gyroscope, all of that stuff. So that's really cool and an easy way to make sure that your Wi-Fi is not out of whack, or that your fingerprint scanner is not out of whack, or things of that nature. So SMS backup and restore. This is how I can carry over 90,000 text messages from one phone to the other. And it also is compatible with cloud storage too, so you can back stuff up to Google Drive or Dropbox. Sound Assistant, exactly that. I don't know if this is an app or if this is like a shortcut to something like that. I don't know what you are. Who are you? Oh, yes, this is another tuner. I use this to help my son tune his violin too. Spectrum for Time Warner, Square, all that good stuff. TikTok, I downloaded recently to make a couple fun videos. tender, self-explanatory. Top 9, I had to download in order to see what my top 9 was for the year. I probably will get rid of that. And then, yeah, everything else is pretty self-explanatory, Ulta, fine, cool, whatever. Google Voice, a voice recorder, Walgreens, everything, whatever. So, Wix is the domain that I use for, or the web host that I use for my website. I actually use Google Domains for DianaTheGreat.com, but Wix is actually who holds my website and everything like that. So, other than that, that is it. That is all that is on my Galaxy Note 9. This theme that I have was one that was inspired by the moon, so I can't necessarily tell you what it's called. I've had it for like 6 months because, again, we fucks with Sailor Moon around here. But other than that, that's it. That's all. So, again, I will be, once I get the new Galaxy Watch, I will bring you guys a review on that and the compatibility and functionality between that and my Galaxy Note 9. Other than that, if I don't talk to you, I hope that you have a very merry, happy, merry, whatever it is that you celebrate. I hope that it is wonderful. We'll talk at you later. Bye.